AC podcast. We're back. You got our first guest, M.I.C.
Hello everyone, nice to be here.
Yeah, started the year strongly with the release of Heaven is Black. Really messed with that tape.
Thank you.
And ended it strongly as well with the now infamous Just Jam freestyle.
Very infamous.
Yeah, very infamous.
Very infamous.
So sick.
Indeed. Yeah, it's someone that same just off camera. We mentioned how I was saying to my American friend about just how UK music, and she was asking about my music and how she came across mine. Came across my yeah, that's cool. Came across my stuff. She said how it was a bit of an odd transition for her because for her it was a reverse. So she heard the freestyle first.
Yeah.
And then she went back to listen to Heaven is Black. So
it's fair, that's good though.
Right,
At least you got people like that's sending people back to your music.
I think she had the nice transition.
Yeah.
Imagine people that came across me through Quay and they ended with oh box that spliff out your hand. You know, that must be upset. So I thought this guy was gonna be talking like more gospel stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
But it's good though. That's good. Kind of like obviously it says a lot about like obviously your artistry in that sense. Like people are jumping between what you're doing. Yeah. But obviously if you did it and it just appeared like a meme in the sense of like people saw it and they didn't want to hear the rest of it, then I think that's not a good thing. But the thing is, at least people they're going back to other stuff and obviously it's gonna lead to like whatever you're dropping this year.
Yeah.
If you do so, it's good. I think it's good in that sense.
Yeah, you're right actually.
So like first of all, we kind of wanted to get into like the whole music industry as a whole, how it did in 2018. So like, I'd say from the stuff I've heard, there's definitely grime influences, but then I see rap as well.
In my stuff,
I've got a question, bro.
Okay.
What would you say your genre is?
I'll tell you a secret.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Bliss recently, and I told him this. I never ever go into making songs with any other goal aside from making grime.
Okay.
That's kind of I kind of like that because I think we were before we had a few conversations obviously about your music and stuff, and obviously like I was listening to like Heaven is Black and stuff, and I kind of feel like there's almost a bit of like a punk influence.
I listen to a lot more heavy guitar music than rap. Aside from I think I probably listened to more. I've been listening to it a bit more lately, but not last year I didn't listen to that much. But I'm a lot more into guitar music in general than I'm into rap. Even though like I really like grime is in a different. I don't even consider grime rap per se. Like it's its own genre, its own thing. But there's not. I've never ever gone in. I never considered myself a hip hop artist. I didn't really ever go out and listen to much UK rap. It was just more grime. I like drill because of the grime influences. Grime is my genesis point. But it's probably there was a lot of. It's interesting you should say that actually about the rock music. I don't listen to that much pure punk, but I like a lot of hardcore. And a lot of metal, and a lot of other stuff outside of that, like shoegaze.
Because like
dream pop and shit.
I mean, in terms of your like beat selection process, because I mean, as a producer, when I'm listening to your beats, it's all quite spacey. It's darker than like a lot of these. Obviously a lot of these drill artists, they use quite fast beats and like they're spitting quite fast over them. Obviously you're slowing it right down. You can hear you quite clearly telling your story and stuff. Like, what's that process like?
I remember that I really wanted to be like a Skippy MC. When I first started rapping years ago, when I just left year 11, I wanted to be Skippy because I was really into someone like Dirty Goods. I was into Screw Fizzer as well, so I wanted to be like them. But then like I couldn't do it. Yeah. I just couldn't. And then I realised a lot of the stuff I wanted to say couldn't really be
Skippy like that.
I'm detracting from my own storytelling and my own emotional expression just by trying to like abbreviate it into like something that's Skippy. And I think as much as I like probably listen to a lot more like rock music, I don't know. I think I'm probably, and because even this is weird because I would say even though I'm always trying to make grime, I probably take more influence in like my image and in my recording process from like probably American alternative hip hop artists, like Danny Brown, for example. And I wanted to kind of be like him, or someone like him anyway, or someone like Tyler the Creator. Then I wasn't. It's not about a technical. It's not technical for me rapping. It's more emotional.
Kind of storytelling.
I feel that.
Okay, like would you say obviously like in grime there's space for someone like that?
It has to be. There must.
Okay.
There must, because people always try and homogenize grime. And when I say people, I mean people in grime.
Yeah.
They just want grime to be just
the same thing.
Expressions of aggression every time. They want it to. They forget how experimental grime was.
Yeah.
You know, grime at its core at the beginning was experimental music, and then as it happens with I can't really. It's not like people in grime aren't the only culprits, but
they do help with it.
They just want them. They just, as soon as it got defined by the press and by the media, they just played into it. They just want.
I guess that's where like the whole quote unquote is grime dead talk came from last year, because no one was making the quote unquote grime sound. Like everyone was kind of experimenting, like with the likes of AJ Tracy. In
terms of the big artists,
I kind of got. I'll be honest. I kind of got annoyed with AJ Tracy when he was doing that, because I really liked him when he was like, strictly grime. Even when he did packages, which was like a drill beat. That's one thing I really, really enjoyed. But obviously, I think now he's kind of finding a different sound, which like every artist evolves in that sense. But I just really liked AJ when he was at that point. But
because that's kind of what we were talking about with. Well, we were talking about Novelist, weren't we? And like we were saying that his, so obviously, I was a huge fan of the Mum Dance projects.
Same.
So obviously, this is Mum Dance, who's like, I mean, he was producing grime, but now he's making like this very weird techno sounding stuff, and obviously Novice is spitting over that, and that was sick. And then obviously now we've seen.
Apologies. Don't judge me.
Don't shrink yourself, King. Okay, continue.
But now we're like, obviously, Novice like releases an album which sounds a lot like I mean, if you look at like Memphis rap, a lot of those tapes, that kind of flow. Yeah, that's kind of like the.
There's a lot of repetition.
Repetition.
Yeah. I think it's a really good album.
Yeah.
I see, that's where we beefed last time.
I
thought it was a sick album, but.
I didn't enjoy it. I personally didn't enjoy the projects, if I'm honest.
I'm not his management, so I'm not gonna just like try and ride him. But I will say, I don't know. When I was listening to it a lot last year, I really liked.
I think the messaging I liked in it.
Yeah, no, I'll say that, but I just couldn't get into it. I haven't really been a Novelist fan for quite a while, to be honest.
But he's not making what he originally came out to make. As you were saying, what it was like.
I mean, I think that's a progression thing. I think because like, I think if you see a lot of artists, like it could be a bit like Octavian that blew up last year. He could take a completely different lane, but I think that's progression, because like our ears are so adjusted to, I guess, how that artist sounded back then. But then if they make something completely different next year, then obviously then we're going to be like, oh no, it doesn't sound like his old stuff. But
it has to happen though.
But it has to happen. Like, obviously,
it has to. And I think as well, I don't know, man. I think that people have, and I think I came to this conclusion, the conclusion I'm about to say, through actually making music, that you can't expect anything from a musician you listen to. And I think I came to that conclusion in terms of like a moral thing. So like, last year was like a culling season.
Oh, bruv.
Yeah. It was everyone was just going. Everyone was getting cancelled left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
And it made me realise that even if you take the moral argument out, artistically, you can't expect anything from these musicians because
they give you what
they have to do. They have to do it. I'm not saying you just accept everything they give you, but like, I see a lot of complaints for artist progression, and it doesn't really.
Yeah, but I think I would say though, there are some times when like artists, like obviously, let's say for example, do you know Skepta's Konnichiwa?
Yeah.
And like obviously, I'm a massive Skepta fan, but like in that project, it really, really annoyed me because I was like,
really,
because half the project we heard before, and then the other half I just thought it wasn't like up to the quality I kind of expect from him.
I'll tell you a secret. I think the way people talk about Blacklisted.
Yeah,
I feel no love towards Blacklisted.
Okay, see now I
think Konnichiwa eclipses Blacklisted 100%.
No, I'm the complete opposite. Like I'm Konnichiwa's Skepta's best ever project.
No,
top to bottom. I can't believe you're saying that, to be honest.
There's a few decent songs, but no, it's okay. It's
really?
okay. I don't think Konnichiwa's amazing, but
you think it's better than?
By a large margin.
I just feel like with Blacklisted, he actually said quite a bit.
Okay.
But like Konnichiwa, just
experimental there as well. Like,
he was,
but like Konnichiwa, I just felt like it was lazy at points because he literally put That's Not Me on there, and that had
what other songs? Think about that. How many songs on Konnichiwa had you heard pre-release? And think about that. How many songs were there on the actual project?
Okay, if we're gonna go for it, I'm on the spot now. All right, so he did That's Not Me, Man,
Huh?
He Ain't Safe,
Shut Down.
Are you sure, Man? I don't think Man.
I think he did drop. I think
Man was a single. But I think it was post album single.
I'm trying to.
I think. Don't quote me. If someone could check, that'll be good.
I'm trying to think
because the video got released after.
Yeah. I thought I heard it.
So It Ain't Safe.
It Ain't Safe. That's Not Me. Shut Down.
Yep.
And then how?
There's probably 4.
I'm trying to think. There was 5. I'm sure. That I've heard. I haven't got
Wi-Fi, so.
Wait, you got Wi-Fi?
No, I haven't.
All right, let me fact check this. You got the album? Yeah, get the album up. And then
Please, we'll look at it.
You know what? I can't lie. I thought the same. I thought as well that a lot of the songs that were on there we'd already heard.
Because I was expecting.
But I did like the album a lot.
Yeah. Thing is, I probably was expecting. Like, I was hoping for like the best because he obviously hadn't released anything in a minute. But I don't know. I just never really.
No,
I was disappointed.
The only song on that project that I would say I don't like is Numbers. But I like
Numbers.
No, Numbers is horrible.
Okay, yeah. So it's It Ain't Safe, Ladies Hit Squad, Man.
And these are songs that got released before.
That's Not Me.
Well, is this deluxe or is this the first release?
This is like the
what?
And they all came out before, yeah.
I'm pretty sure at least 5 of them were out before.
I'm not.
I think Man.
Actually, no. Wait, hold on. No, Ladies Hit Squad definitely. There was definitely a video and a push for that song.
Yeah, it was DW.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think.
No, Ladies Hit Squad came out before. Because I remember it was DW
before, you know.
Cause
I don't know.
It was either that or Man. One of the two.
Yeah, one of those
came out after.
Okay,
definitely,
so we'll
definitely.
say That's Not Me. Shut Down. Definitely.
And It Ain't Safe.
It Ain't Safe.
There's three.
Out of how many tracks?
It's 12.
I think that's pretty normal.
I
think I have to re-listen to it, you know, because I didn't like it that much at first, but then when I listened to it later, I was like, "This is actually a good album."
Yeah, I think an end-to-end listen is like needed.
Maybe.
You can't listen to it in isolation. Everything. Of course. I think it's well constructed. I don't think there's any. Like, what's the term? There's a term I'm looking for. Fillers. Aside from Numbers, I really don't Numbers.
I thought that was a banger, you know.
No,
maybe
it's a banger reversed. It's a whatever banger.
I said banger reverse.
What's the banger? What's the banger? It's a reg gab. A reg gab. That is not a tune at all. I really don't like it.
Well, you don't like the bop or nothing?
No, nothing about it I like.
Wow.
I really, and I love Pharrell.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know.
I like that.
I think he could have, in terms of American collaborations, he could have gone so much better than that.
Well,
he could have been doing something like, imagine if you swap Numbers for a song. I'm not saying
praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. That's what I was thinking.
Could you imagine how that would have sounded?
Bro,
he could have done the crazy stuff.
That would have blew the album out the water.
Trust me, he would have.
Definitely.
I think even though out of all the Pharrell productions, because like, I mean, I'm like a huge Neptunes fan and like Pharrell fan, so like, listen to that production, I was just like, that beat could have been so much better.
The thing is, a lot of American producers tend to do that. So whenever they have like a UK artist, they give them some trash beat, or some bottom of the barrel beat, just because they're burners.
They need to get out of that.
They always do that.
Yeah, any tune that starts with "Quit Talking Numbers" calculator is just dead. I'm not.
And he could have even like he could have made it pretty. He could have really dressed up. You know, I
didn't think it was that bad.
No, I think it's not. I think it's the beat. It's just not. It's not exciting. It's not, because think about like when you first heard Detox.
Yeah.
And then compare that to Numbers.
Yeah.
Think about when you first heard
Detox,
Man.
That's the one. Detox was another song that came out before. I remember because he had a 2014 bar there that didn't make sense.
It was released as a single.
No, he made it in 2014.
But that's okay. I hear what you're saying, but think about what you're saying.
Yeah, all right.
I hear you hadn't heard that. You're saying it as if you're MSN engineer.
He sent me the link in it. I was like,
the private SoundCloud link.
Okay, and it expired, and I was pissed.
I'm dead. Yeah, but but then you gotta remove. Just pretend.
Yeah.
Because yes, they might. Musicians record songs and keep them in the locker for years. Sometimes, you know.
I just thought. I think okay. Now I remember, because for me that I found that kind of lazy, because like you've made that so long ago. You know, some of the bars in there are kind of.
Yeah, but he was recording that for like 3 years though.
I'll be honest. I think the album was done. Then he met Kanye. This is my conspiracy theory. He met Kanye. Kanye
Oh,
told him to scrap half the album.
That's a deep dive. Though.
No, because the album
That's
was done. Because I was catching
yeah.
for time. And I was like, where is this album? Where's the album?
Yeah, but I swear that they only met because didn't like
he came to use them as
when he came
like
London,
props for
innit?
his thing, innit?
Yeah.
When they all took the train to, where was it? When they all took the train and they performed on stage.
Oh, Brits was it?
Brits, was it?
Yeah,
Brits?
yeah.
Yeah. That's when he just used them as props, and then they met, linked up. Then he said the album's not coming out when it was meant to.
and then they did like I think Wiley and Skepta did production on Kanye's album as well.
Yeah, but everyone did production on it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I did production.
You got credit. Everyone got credit.
Yeah, we all did.
Everyone did. You have to do say hi, and then you're involved.
What is your opinion actually on Vicious?
Vicious. Ooh, that soulful track.
I think Vicious.
That was cold.
Is an amazing project.
I thought that was cold. Yeah, I like that.
I don't. There's not a song on there that's like I love.
I think that flew over a lot of people's head though. That project.
It did,
I think I was skeptical involved in.
I prefer Ghostwriter Praise the Lord. Not
that
A$AP
might be a
Nas
shout,
verse.
you know.
No, Ghostwriters are ridiculous.
Yeah,
think about Skepta's verse.
The switch.
Bellissimo, Ciao Bella. I think about it. That is an amazing. And the time he released it as well, around Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be doing something like that too.
Well,
because
creepy things.
Yeah, because that was so good, man. I remember. Obviously, a lot of the songs we heard before, but I'm happy he formally released them and then put on the one with Lil B. He finally officially released Worst. Still.
Worst is mad.
Hypocrisy. Oh my. Hypocrisy is the best song. Hypocrisy is why Quay exists.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy, that's a banger. That's an absolute banger.
Love Hypocrisy. So, and I heard that from my brethren. We were recording. I think it was maybe I think it might have been a few sessions before we recorded Quay. And then my friend showed me this performance. He said there's this new Skepta song. His new song that Skepta's performing.
Yeah.
It's Hypocrisy.
Bruv.
So what was it about that song that influenced you to?
It was the flow reminded me of like Bloodline.
Oh, old school.
Yeah. And it was the lyrics. I was a young black youth. The teacher took my zoots. That maybe. Yeah, they tried to send me on loops, and I was like, okay, that's perfect. That's like something about that just made me want to make Quay.
Wow.
So
It was that song.
Because I definitely like with Quay because it's quite like an introspective piece.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of want to like know like because I kind of listened to like that track. Obviously, it talks about you kind of wanting a fresh start and stuff with things, and obviously,
Yeah.
I mean, kind of be good to like know like what your headspace was like at that time and stuff like that, and like, you know, what kind of got you into that position of like making that track in the first place?
There were so musically, I don't really ever write. So I'll give you the musical side and I'll give you the emotional side too.
Yeah.
So musically, I don't really write instrumentals. I'll like if I'm making a project, I'll get the names first of the songs. And I'll write the songs, and then the production will come after or in between that.
Sick. Yeah.
Generally, that's a rule, but it gets broken sometimes.
Yeah.
But then, Quave's one of the few occasions where I heard a beat and I wrote to it, but it wasn't the beat. The beat you heard on the actual song. It was some Spooky and Boylan song.
Okay.
Called I think it's Peckham to Hackney.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Released and boxed.
Yeah.
And I wrote it to that. And then I wrote the whole song, and then Secundus sent me the instrumental. And I was like, yeah, this is it.
You recorded
I got him to lengthen it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then emotionally, I had just moved out of my mum's. I moved to a house just off of Old Kent Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like just before it goes into New Cross Road.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually New Cross I moved to. It was technically Peckham.
Okay.
But New Cross, top of New Cross, just sounded better in the song. I was just considering a lot of things. I was considering who was around me. I was considering the way. I don't know, man. I think I'd spent a good few years trying to establish who I am to myself, and I found as well that like getting interested in like being more involved in like current affairs is really good for like my emotional well-being, because it gave me a sense of purpose, and that was the kind of feeling I put into Quay's writing. was a long time ago. I'm just thinking when it was like 2007. It was mid 2017. I was writing this. It felt closer, but you know we're in 2019 now. Somehow.
No, but I remember hearing it like on Represent quite like a couple months back. Yeah. And I think it's one of them tracks that like it just straight away connects with you, kind of like just because the lyrics, what you're saying, it's like very introspective, very like talking about race, talking about isolation, like
I wanted
like
to.
that.
I think I was listening to a lot of drill as well at the time, and I kept hearing them saying "quay," going "quay" for stuff, and I was like, okay, how about I change that instead of talking about going cunch, I'm talking about actually going into a place where I can just regroup and just sort myself out, and that's how it came to exist. And with the whole project,
you hear it everywhere too far.
Yeah, there's a few things. I don't know if I'm trying not to be too self-absorbed, but there's a few things that I put into the project that no one ever speaks to me about. Yeah. But I wonder if people ever. I've never asked people to see if they noticed. But there's like a lot of like SciFi references in the project.
I didn't really catch that.
But I would understand why, because I kind of buried it.
We've got any examples like
at the end of Quay, I talk about. It's like it's basically the idea was to imagine that I was in. Have you guys watched Evangelion? Do you know what that is? Do you watch anime?
No.
Evangelion's like this. It's like a mecha anime about these robots. I say robots actually because they're not actually robots, but you don't know that at the beginning of the series. They're like these robots that these like young kids inhabit. And I wanted to imagine that at the end of that song, I was entering this ship. There was like a giant black robot. Yeah. And then I was blasting off. And I got the idea from Evangelion, like the way they talk about being inside of the robot. Okay. And then the secondary title for Quay is First Blower, which comes from. It's not really so much of a sci-fi reference, but more a reference to the Divine Comedy, which Heaven is Black is based on. The end part being heaven, or like Dante's Paradiso, which is like referring to like heaven basically. And First Blower, I got the name from is it Premium or Primum Mobile, which is like a term that is in the Divine Comedy that basically talks about what is it? It's basically like the furthest point of heaven from Earth. Yeah. And to me, Primum Mobile spelt looks like Primum Mobile. I was thinking mobile. So prime and Primum means first. Yeah. And obviously Mobile looks like mobile. So I was thinking first mobile, first blower. And then there's a few other ones, but I'll
say with the production, I heard quite a lot of sci-fi.
Yeah, it was a few things, a few sci-fi. Like I kind of wanted it to, like I was watching a lot of sci-fi stuff at the time, and I wanted it to almost evoke like the feeling of like looking at the cover of like a Chrono Trigger. Like, do you know what Chrono Trigger is? Yeah, that, like looking at the screenshots of that game. Yeah. I kind of wanted to have that feeling. Okay.
I mean, in terms visually, obviously you mentioned anime and stuff. I mean, like, you've got like a lot of artists in the US, and I guess you might see artists over here as well doing it as well. But like, they use a lot of like anime visuals and like whatever. I mean, like, how do you like feel about that? And like, would you actually consider like, I don't know, maybe having like something like animated for like a music video or something like that is like something that you would go into?
I'm okay. So first, because I've been into anime for such a long time, I'm really happy now that anime is so popular. It's weird. Yeah, it sounds like a weird thing to say, but I remember it was a very niche thing when I was growing up.
Dragon Ball Z.
And now it's not a niche at all. Yeah, it's so like everyone likes it. Not everyone, but a lot of people. It's
like it's cool to like it.
Yeah.
It's even a part of like hip hop culture.
Yeah, it's like ingrained now. And there are so many. I remember I saw this. Was it a thread on Twitter, and this person basically was like getting all the anime references from rap music. It was so interesting. Yeah. But anyway, I'm digressing a bit. It's good, but if I was to ever do it, it would need to be really good. I never ever want to have just like a forgettable, passable kind of. Even that's why it's taken me such a long time to have a music video because I just don't want to have something
a trash video,
boring.
Yeah.
You're not even just trash, but boring. But I think there's some like, even if it was a bit messy, as long as it's boring. As long as it's not boring, it's okay. It's manageable. But I just never. It needs to. If I was to ever release a video, it needs to be like 10/10 at least in my head anyway.
So do you not have any tracks at the moment that you currently like trying to do a video for?
I might have.
Why is it coming out?
I don't know.
Maybe trying to get that exclusive.
Maybe it could be.
Potentially.
Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, when I have a budget, I'm gonna be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. When I say a budget, like when people actually start putting money towards me, I'm gonna it will inevitably happen. But just when I see the actual money, then I'll do it.
Okay, makes sense.
I would love to have like a great animator. I'd love to have, eventually I would like to have just like a whole team of people that I go to for everything. I'm building it really slowly, but surely. So when I have the money to do it, I'm gonna have something like an in-house animator, I think. But they need to make. It will need to be really amazing. It will need to be something like, I don't know how much money it would cost. I wanted to look something like Avatar: The Last Airbender or something like that.
Right.
You know, something like that. You know, and we couldn't just be like you see what they do with those drill videos.
Oh, okay.
With like the little kind of simple animation. No, I would never do that. Never. Not even as a joke.
No.
It's just not me. Like it's not even to discredit them, but because I really like animation, so it would need to be something good. I feel like I'll just be doing myself dirty
by doing it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Oh yeah, so I kind of wanted to get into like you said at the time I'm making Quay, you were listening to a lot of drill. So which artists were you listening to at that time?
K-Trap mainly. K-Trap, yeah. I forgot about that actually. I was listening to K-Trap so much. It was the Last Whip. I think it had just come out.
Yeah, that was sick.
When I was writing that, and who else was I listening to? I was listening to Zone 2 a lot as well. PS when he was out.
Yeah.
In Zone 2.
Do you ever listen to 1011?
A bit. I had to listen to them when I got interviewed by the BBC last year.
Okay.
Because of what happened when they got banned.
Oh yeah.
Who else was there? I was listening to. Yeah, 6-7. Harlem when they were good.
Yeah, that just got weird.
I have to be careful but yeah, I don't really rate Harlem anymore. Yeah, they were. I think they haven't fallen off. It's not that simple.
They weren't as, and then I think Lowski then left or I don't know, but yeah, I think they're not as good as they were.
Man, oh yeah, sorry. Continue.
No, we're just gonna. We had a discussion before, like saying how I think the reason drill got so much attention last year is because it kind of has that original spirit that grime had, like proper gritty, in your face.
I've got I mentioned wanting to speak about this. I've got a theory about what's happening with drill at the moment, and it's a good thing. Well, not even a theory, just an idea of what might happen. So, you see how like back in the day with grime was like this energetic, aggressive music that they were, they were doing what they were doing, and it was kind of a thing where when they were making their music, there was a lot of like stuff like Form 696. 696 or 6? Yes, it's Form 696. They had pressure to like so much pressure to have like events cancelled or whatever. Yeah, but they didn't alter or change themselves. Yeah, they just kept going. But I think like with drill, it's like they have the self-awareness now that while that pressure from the media and the police is applied, instead of just like burying themselves and like making themselves rigid, they adapted.
Exactly.
And that's why something like gun lean exists.
Exactly.
And it seems, I could be wrong, but it seems like it's a lot more internal, the changes. Yeah. And it's not just like it's being just like commodified. That's what it feels like, you know? It feels like, because like the videos look similar to how they were. Exactly. But they're just a bit more, it's a little bit more polished. The songs, like, I don't know who's behind Russ, whatever, but it's
some
good.
Like old guy, like Mr. What Entertainment.
It is him? Yeah. So it's good. That's what I mean. Exactly. It's internal. Because it could just be it could have been whoever, just like
some random guy
telling them to make some focus group drill, like what's happened to grime now.
Yeah.
Because grime, and this is why, because of that, I think that drill's gonna remain in the hands of the people that are making it for a longer time, which is a good thing. Yeah. Which means that there's just people aren't gonna be getting finessed
the same way.
I hope anyway. That's my. I think
you
that
never know. To be fair,
it's gonna really. I think that drill's gonna keep doing well. I thought I was a bit more unsure.
Yeah.
But look at how much things have changed for drill from when 10-11 were getting
exactly, and they banned everyone.
That wasn't that long ago.
Exactly, wasn't actually.
And
then
now you got like flipping Safari making a gunning version of gunning.
Like that one's so live.
Yeah, it does sound quite sick actually.
I can't lie. The Safari one is actually the sickest one. I don't care. But yeah.
See how tight? Like exactly. It's not that long. Graham couldn't do that. They couldn't back in the day. Like they didn't know. I'm not blaming them.
Yeah, but there's nothing they could do about that now.
Yeah, drill. They've got a lot. You can see the self-awareness.
But I think with drill, what they had, what Grime never had was like YouTube and stuff like that. They could just record a video, record a freestyle themselves, put it out, put it on the iCloud, iTunes. Yeah, exactly. Back then, Grime, you had to get on radio. You know
That's why I'm not criticizing them. It's just more a thing that like
I'll say my critique of Grime is though that they've lost what made Grime, if that makes sense. So I think a lot of MCs in that they don't have that kind of hunger, if that makes sense. Like a lot of grime artists won't put out music; they just do like things like here and there. But with drill artists, they can pump out tracks, even when they're sending for each other, which at times I don't really agree with. But if someone sends, they'll just send back. They send back, and that's just music. But I feel like with grime, sometimes it's kind of like I feel like they're kind of constricting themselves at a point. So
I see it. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But I think that the thing with grime now is what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said it on camera or off camera, but there's no wider spirit of experimentation in grime at the moment.
Yeah.
There isn't. People like I could understand why people would think there is because of the big artists doing stuff that's not grime, but they're not. These guys just want to do the same. They just want to go to sets, and they just want to
the same thing.
They want to go to the same places and use the same 5 or 6 different producers' instrumentals, and wear the same clothes, and talk about the same things, make songs about being in the studio. I don't want to hear songs about being in the studio. I'll be honest, like it's not interesting. Like no one wants to experiment.
Exactly.
It's boring. Grime looks boring. Grime is not boring music.
Yeah.
People in grime don't know how to make themselves seem interesting.
Exactly.
They don't know how to make themselves seem exciting. They make music. Predominantly, people in grime, I would say, make music for people in grime. Yeah, it's just too. The thought process behind the way grime operates now is just like it's too. Oh, I'm gonna make this for the grime DJs, for the big grime. I want to get paid by Spooky. I want to get paid by Grand Mixer. I want to get paid by whoever. They can't see past their nose. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then they'll complain and say, "Oh, well, grime's getting slept on. How could you leave grime out of this playlist?" Yeah, because you make music that is just you're making music by a dictionary definition instead of experimenting. Grime, you see, I don't know who told me, but I think it was Secundus actually. Mentioned to me, he read some article about how Rough Squad, when they were making white label, the instrumentals that were on white label classics, they thought they were making hip hop. Do you know what I mean? Like experimenting is the way that genres survive. Just doing the same flipping, assuming that all grime has to be 140 and grime is all just about clashing and it's just about aggression and it's boring. These MCs would do themselves a lot of favors if they stopped just listening to grime. Yeah, to be fair, that will change what you're doing. If all you listen to is grime, then all you're gonna make is grime. Saul Williams said it, how you like in terms of, and he was talking about American hip hop artists, but it's true. He said that the reason why all these young rappers sound the same is because they have the same diet. If there's no way you can survive just eating carbohydrates. The same way there's no way you can survive as an artist just consuming the same thing you're making. Who wants to just and to be honest with you, it's miserable. It's like a miserable existence to just be listening to grime and living this whole grime life. And the thing is, people watching this will probably be like, oh, he's on his rants again. This is why I will never ever change my opinion on this. You cannot advance a sound by just absorbing the same sound that you're trying to make. Some of the best musicians in this world across genres. If you look at in hip hop, if you look at Outkast, do you think they will just listen to rap music? Do you think someone like in like metal, someone like System of a Down was just listening to rock music? If you go to like someone like, if you go to like techno and stuff, like someone like Drexciya, they weren't just listening to techno. I can assure you, like all like the movers and shakers in music aren't people that just listen and absorb music that's similar to them. It's that simple. And the sooner that people, the underground grime scene, realize that and start listening to more different types of music and trying to actually experiment, the grime will flourish.
There's potential there, though. I'll be honest. There's like,
I'm not saying there's not, but they just squander it.
But I think there's like a lot of potential there.
Yeah,
and it's a shame at times because I think some of these guys can do what like some of these drill artists are doing, like what some of these bigger grime artists are doing. But it doesn't help though sometimes when, like, let's say an artist like AJ Tracey, for example, he's blown in and doesn't make as much grime. But at the end of the day, obviously artists evolving.
Personally, AJ Tracey, actually, I like when he experiments.
Yeah, but like, I hear what you're saying, but like sometimes you still want, you know what I'm saying, grime from like the forerunners, if that makes sense.
I hear what you mean, but if the listeners who also make music need to realize if AJ's not making the songs that you want to hear, you should make them. Well,
make it yourself.
I also kind of,
I'm not saying that about to you, but like I hear a lot of MCs he's sold out. Like I know what AJ is best at personally. I think that AJ on Chalk is my favourite incarnation of AJ.
On what?
Chalk. With Murky Ace.
No, I've heard that.
It's from Alex Moran. It's the Splurt Diablo beat. I don't want to chalk there. Stepped on. You can never walk there. That's That's my favourite incarnation of AJ.
Okay.
But that's regardless. Like he's gonna do what he's gonna do. Yeah, I think the production suits his voice best. But at the same time, like, if you want, like, you can just do it yourself. You know, there's always you know how much music there is in the world. If you're not getting your nerve hit by AJ, there's other people who are similar. You know what I mean? Like Murky's been releasing amazing projects for years. There's always someone to listen to. But then I don't know, man. Like, I hear what you're saying. I do hear it. Like, you would like, if you got like a musician that you really look up to, you want to hear them kind of do the same things. But at the same time, like,
they have to do different stuff.
The underground guys don't want to experiment, and they don't want to like master their crafts. So like, I don't know. There could have been someone else, and you could. I don't know. There's no alternative. That's why it's even more of a problem, because these big guys don't necessarily want to make grime. It wouldn't be so much of a problem if the underground made grime that was good.
Yeah, but you don't listen to that because it's not.
There's shit.
Yeah.
Like, not all of it. Obviously, there's good people. There's good MCs. There's good producers. But then, like, there's no people who are experimenting. I'm not saying that I'm the most like incredible artist, but what I'm doing musically,
it's quite
it's not that hard. It's not. People act as if you've got to like flipping like sacrifice one of your family members under the full moon in like the middle of like on a Croatian beach. It's not that deep. Like, you just, anyone can do it. You can, if you want to diversify and make good music. And also as well, I think, was it you or someone else I was speaking to about this, how like a lot of MCs in grime prioritize, because they're trying to capture the essence of like grime from like 2013 and older. They want to just do sets. Yeah. You ask them, where's their EP coming up? They don't know. I
think a lot of them have been tricked into thinking that
sets of songs.
Yeah, sets.
Like, you can do sets, even like someone like Capo Lee, who been doing sets. You don't do sets anymore because
I think I've seen him.
No, he does set. Oh no, he does sets. But like before, he was doing set, like he was like a mode, like on mode, just doing sets. But like now he's doing sets here and there. But obviously now he just releases his projects, which I think a lot of them are kind of tricked into thinking.
I'm not saying don't have fun.
Yeah, do it.
Like, if you have fun doing a set, do a set. But then like you understand, like, okay, see it this way, yeah. On the wider music landscape, the currency is album and EP. Yeah. And if you're not focusing on trying to release projects, in my opinion, even though obviously the SoundCloud generation kind of doesn't subvert that, but it changes that a little bit. Yeah, but that's you can just release tracks, but then at the same time, like, that's how, like, you're not gonna get. It's just such a, like, I'm probably gonna regret saying this, but you're not gonna get a Grammy from a set. Do you know what I mean?
No, that is true though.
Like, it's good to perfect your craft, and sets can help with that a lot. But at the same time, like, guys will do journeys that cost them so much, going to mode every single flipping week, yeah,
Big up
you
Mo,
could put
man.
that money towards. I'm not. Listen,
I saw that.
I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just a Mo DJ.
Listen,
so like, big up Mo.
I'm not gonna try and compromise that, but let me just say something. Yeah, you could put that money towards. I'm not saying don't go to sets, but you can't. You say you can't afford studio sessions.
Yeah,
you're breaking your back
to
go
sets.
to like Zone 5, North London, Enfield. You could be going to the studio, making songs, working on a project. Like, where are your projects? It's like it's hard to see them.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to do sets only.
Yeah.
So I mean, for like up and coming, you know, producers, artists, like obviously, you know, we've got the SoundCloud generation now. Like obviously, everyone's putting out free downloads and stuff. Like, do you think that it's better that, I mean, obviously, like you want to see producers and artists putting like a lot of time into their work and like putting it out there, but do you think it's better actually that rather than putting it on SoundCloud, they're actually putting it out everywhere, so distributing it, putting it on Spotify?
I will agree with that. Actually, definitely. I regret not putting. Well, actually, the EP before Heaven Is Black is okay, but the EP before that, I regret not putting on Spotify. I should have just done it from the beginning, and I'd recommend everyone just skip SoundCloud. Don't skip SoundCloud,
I agree.
but just like include SoundCloud as well, because some people. Everything from the beginning. As soon as you first release, just do it.
Even then, I think you should just put it. You should even like skip out SoundCloud, to be honest, because everyone's got Apple Music or Spotify anyway. So you might as well just leave it on those two and just like skip out SoundCloud, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I hear what you mean.
Like everyone's got Spotify, everyone's got Apple Music now, and you're just helping yourself out.
Parents do.
Even exactly. Your mom and dad has it like to list that all them app songs.
What about like because like obviously Bandcamp is like, I mean, for me Bandcamp is still like where I get most of my tunes as well. But
I like Bandcamp.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that? Because like, obviously like
that's more for DJs though.
Yeah, but in terms of, like,
I mean,
majority of people they don't really use Bandcamp.
I suppose not, but it's like it's quite
a certain type of person uses Bandcamp.
Yeah,
it's quite an organic way, I guess, of kind of doing it. But
get paid more from Bandcamp.
So you you get a cut, but like I'd almost
you have to pay money for it to be there. But not to be there, that's wrong. But then like listing, I haven't used it for a few years, but you can make much more money than SoundCloud, because you're directly selling it.
Yeah, well, SoundCloud is just for free, and they put ads on it, so I hate SoundCloud.
And no one buying on SoundCloud.
Well,
the kind of person that uses SoundCloud isn't gonna be buying your songs. But on Bandcamp, people are more likely to buy. So
that's true.
There's that. It's a different environment. But yeah, man. I like. You're right. Actually, if people should just from the beginning.
I think it's just like Spotify, Apple Music, just like help yourselves out. And if the song bangs as well, you don't want your song to go on SoundCloud and it gets 1 million listens when it could be getting 1 million plays on on a streaming service. So you never know what could happen. So I just think skip out SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And even lock off DJ mixes as well. So I just hate SoundCloud. I hate SoundCloud. Sorry, that's my rant.
I've grown to like SoundCloud more, but I was in a very similar position to you at one point. Yeah. I was anti-SoundCloud for a long time.
Yeah, they should shut that shit down, man. I hate that because one, they put ads on it now.
Yeah, they're trying to make it like a proper streaming service.
Nah, get out of here with that shit, man.
It's not gonna happen. Like as you said, the type of people that
go on.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still feel like. Yeah, but I still feel like so many people get discovered through SoundCloud.
So it's true.
Because I definitely like. I mean, just from like seeing like artists progress like over the last 3 years. I mean, you see some of the artists that grow from like, a few hundred followers to like a few thousand followers, and I know that's like just like a metric that's on there. Like they could have thousands elsewhere, but you definitely see that as like something that really factors in.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, I definitely think in terms of distributing, maybe not SoundCloud, but I still think it's good. Like when you've got a mix or something as a DJ.
Yeah, even mixes like they get pulled off now as well.
Well, yeah, because of copyright.
Because of copyright, that's one thing that just pisses me off.
That's where like Mixcloud.
That's why I rather you just like with Mixcloud. That's for what it is. You're not gonna take stuff off it because of copywriting.
Yeah, I'm happy that Mixcloud is doing better than ever as well.
Same, I like it, and it's actually a better website as well.
Yeah.
They haven't paid me anything, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of also wanted to like on that topic, like, what do you think about platforms? So obviously, the main ones that most of us grew up on was SBTV. Then later you got GRM,
Link Up.
But yeah, it's kind of like looking at SB, like they've kind of gone a bit downhill, and then you see Link Up and GRM, they've picked up numbers, but at the same time, I say they've kind of like done some suspect stuff. Say like the 30 video on GRM. which is just a madness, to be honest.
Yeah, meme
He gave him a gold Lamborghini, bruv. A gold Lamborghini.
That's my king. I'm not gonna be on camera slandering. Trust me, that's my brethren.
That's
man.
my brethren, you know.
No, seriously, that's my king. I'm not here to slander my king. Why are you coming fast? Seriously. Yeah, but in seriousness, no, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not anti GRM. I'm just not interested. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about link up. I don't listen to anything on GRM or link up. No, I wouldn't.
I think it's a waste.
If they ask me, that's a different story. But in terms of, and to be honest, my music wouldn't get put on GRM. If you had the music I make and the music I'm making at the moment, there's no way you'll get put on anything before GRM and link up. It doesn't suit it. I wouldn't mind doing like a freestyle or something, but they have to ask me. Yeah, I'm not gonna be paying money to release my music through that, and then for it to get like 10,000 views, and then it just nothing happens to it. That's because people prioritize. Thing is, people get attracted to it because they prioritize views over actually establishing like a good fan base.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like 10,000 views, and you know what? That should actually change. You know what we're talking about? What I mentioned before about currency.
Yeah.
There's a currency conversion rate with GRM views. I think like they are like the value of like a view is like less than like on your own channel.
Yeah, of course.
I'm saying but at the same time, I understand why people do it because 10,000 views, 20,000 views, it looks good, but it's
I think artists should start avoiding those. Like not avoiding, but I think like the bigger artists like Dave, Fredo, like they have their own channels now.
Yeah. They've done it sick.
Yeah,
like
just have your own. Exactly. Even Harlem Spartans have their own like YouTube channel. I think when you're paying or not paying to just go on these.
I think you do have to pay.
No. If you're big, you don't have to pay.
Oh,
if you're big, they want to like record it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
But if
you're smaller, let's say me and you wanted to record
pay.
something and we have to pay.
Yeah.
Let's say it bangs, like they're holding all the P from it. Even though it might not be a lot of P, but it's still, you know what I'm saying, it's the principle. And I just don't really understand like what they're kind of bringing now. Obviously, like the technical aspect of like, they're recording the videos, they're making them. I understand that, but I just think when you're, I just don't think, I don't see it going anywhere.
I think when you're up and coming, there is an argument because obviously they've got a strong following, they've got a platform. So,
but where does it go? Like your video might go on there, but what happens if you get like all those views? There are some people that are getting sick views, but it gets oversaturated. The problem because there are so many people that put their videos go through there. Yeah, you can just get swallowed up, and then no one knows who you are. No one, do you know what I mean? You're much. There's a chance, but the chance is too low to justify paying. When you could put that money towards actually getting like a videographer and doing it yourself.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I think that in the long run, it pays more to have it on your own channel.
Yeah, so definitely.
That's why I wouldn't. I'm not going to be doing it unless they ask me.
I mean, I think that's quite a good segue into like, I guess, kind of like a general question, because obviously, like talking about metrics, like, you know, I feel like a lot of artists, especially in like this day and age, they get really obsessed with like you know, views, likes, shares, you know, their Instagram, like all these different social media platforms, and like, I mean, even like some artists like who have quite openly said, yeah, I bought like 500,000 followers and like grew from that. Like and well, I mean, maybe not in this country, but definitely in the US, that's like a huge thing. So I guess I kind of want to like, get your view on like, should people just lock off all the metrics and just put out the music and that's it?
No,
that'd be a madness.
I mean,
I understand why that thought would come, but it can be the good kind of validation to see.
Yeah,
it can be. A lot of the metrics don't mean that much if you're not, you know, because like, say if you get put in like a massive playlist, but then like at the end of like a 3-month tenure of you being in the playlist, you maybe only gotten about, I don't know, like 30 fans. So when I say fans, people who actually pay money to come to your show,
pay for
people
your stuff.
who like follow you on Twitter and hit you up for merch and stuff.
Yeah.
If you've only got, say if it's like a like a massive playlist and you only get like that, how valuable is it really? Yeah. But at the same time, it can be really motivational just to see yourself.
I think it's a gauge.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Because even I was speaking about that new Heady One song with one of my boys, 1800, which literally like, I like the way he kind of done it, where he did go through like GRM, he did all like the freestyle platforms, but then he went on and created his own channel, and like he's put out 1800 and it's literally got 1 million views in less than a week. And apparently it's like heading to be a top 10. So
I guess my kind of point is like our labels. So like, you know, obviously like if you're independent, that's sick. But I feel like is a label nowadays solely basing your, I guess, potential musically or your music in general just on your metrics?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Because like, I mean, obviously maybe it's just because I think if I was running a label, I'd be listening to the music. But if they're only basing that on metrics, doesn't that seem
that's why guys like Michael Dapper are getting signed, because they see, this guy can get 1 million views like that. Even sign them.
Yeah. But like, obviously that's why you get a lot of meme rappers, to be fair, because obviously they see the likes, they see retweets.
Yeah, but where's Ferdy gonna be this year though?
Oh, he's gonna go. But the thing is, what's sad though is that it messes up actual artists like Osh. Thing is with him, like I actually think the guy can sing, but like no one's gonna take the guy's seat. No one will take him seriously because the song he came out with is a meme. You know what I'm saying?
Ferdy can sing.
No, not Ferdy, bro. You know Osh. You know my he is.
Sorry.
That's
my king. Listen, we make jokes with our friends. I think, I don't know, all the artists complaining about like the meme stuff.
Yeah, that pisses me off as well.
But the thing is, if you're making great,
why do you care?
Why do you care?
Why do you care? Like you should.
If you're making like if you're really like secure in what you're doing artistically,
you shouldn't care about.
You're not really gonna. I don't care about Ferdy or Osh. Like, it's not killing me. It's not stopping me from going from making an album. Yeah. I'm not dead because of why you come in first. What I am annoyed about is that he didn't do it on a drill beat. That's my only complaint.
I said the drill beat.
That would have slapped. Imagine a Khan's Hill produced track for Ferdy. That would be listen. Imagine a premium Calms beat. I've already tweeted. I didn't tweet Khan's?
You tweeted him.
I added him.
Hey, bro, get Ferdy involved.
Listen, Ferdy remix and Khan's Hill would be a beautiful combination. But I don't know, man. If you're secure in what you're doing musically,
but better artists are just not like. It just really annoyed me when you do not occupy the space that meme rappers will occupy. If you want to occupy that space, then my friend, you don't want to be making music.
If you're doing better than them,
exactly. Stormzy don't complain about Ferdy. You know what I'm saying? Like Skepta don't complain about Ferdy.
It's not even about doing better. I hear what you mean. That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, to a degree. But I just mean if you're confident in what you're doing musically,
it shouldn't affect you.
It's not gonna bother you. Like there's space for everyone. There has to be an overground for there to be an underground.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's, if anything, it's even a good thing to show that there are so many people who are gonna back anyone. So if you just keep doing what you're doing and doing it well, people will eventually cotton on. It's that simple.
That's good though.
I've never, in the last few years, I've not seen someone like a Ferdy or Osh or whoever, and thought to myself, my music career has been invalidated.
Yeah, because they're just doing different. That's a joke.
Yeah, there's always comedy. There's not comedy, but there's always like
corny rap.
Yeah, always. You know, people. It's like people act as if Wasif wasn't making meme songs in the 90s.
Exactly. Crazy Frog.
Crazy Frog.
Rav, you didn't see flipping like all the other artists pissed off because Crazy Frog was number one. Do you know what I mean? It's a frog.
People survive.
Crazy Frog number one. That's
this country's finished, by the way. Crazy Frog was number one.
Yeah, that's my friend as well. I don't know why you're slandering him on camera.
You have questionable friends.
That's my queen.
You have questionable friends. It's definitely a guy.
Crazy. No, who told you that? Crazy Frog is my G, man. Seriously, we all grew up together.
Big up Crazy.
Seriously,
big up Crazy.
We go way back. Anyway. Yeah, trust me. Crazy Frog. Crazy Frog. Come on, that's my G. Had to go Crazy Frog's house. Anyway, sorry. Derailing the conversation like that.
I wanted to kind of get back to you, what area did you grow up in?
I've lived in various different places in North London. I've pretty much, aside from when I briefly moved to South, I have pretty much only lived in North London. In Enfield and Haringey. Thankfully, never Barnet. Will never live there.
I said never Barnet.
I hate Barnet so much. Worst place in England.
You ever been to Bradford then? Sorry.
No, you think Barnet's not worse? Have you been to East Barnet?
Have you been to Bradford?
No, I don't need to go because I've already suffered in Barnet.
Fact, yeah. Bradford has the most chicken and chip shops per square mile in the whole UK.
Okay.
Fact. But that's too many chicken and chip shops, my guy.
Barnet has Oak Hill Park. You need to see it to believe it.
I'm from Essex. I leave them places there.
Trust me, but all over North London basically.
Oh, cool. So, I guess that's where is the influence, from people like M.I.C, Skepta.
Yeah.
Where it comes from.
I didn't realize it until I started really getting into swing and making music, and I realized that all my favorite MCs from say grime, aside from M.I.C, are all North London MCs. Like Cass is probably my favorite.
Oh, Cass is dead.
Yeah.
Spot me.
Cass
That's
is
my
best.
guy.
Cass is
Oh,
the
that
best.
guy is the best.
Cass is the best. I don't care. You can do anything.
Big man, saying that guy's live. Have you heard his like his new like 80s kind of fusion?
It took me a while to get into it, but I love
it's so sick. It's so sick.
And then obviously, Bloodline, Meridian. But that's North London. I think it's probably quite obvious actually that I like those are like my favorite people. Because I modelled myself when I first started spitting off of like the way that Cass spits.
Yeah.
But as I went into diversify delivery, I was looking more like what the Atadugas were doing. And then kind of...
Did you ever like taking Wiley then? No?
Wiley was the first musician I ever got into.
Okay.
But like my favourite people from grime are mostly North Londoners. But it wasn't. I wasn't thinking, North London, I must love. It was next.
So that's kind of like, it was birthed in East London, but I think like pioneered in like North.
Yeah, North was definitely.
That was the hotbed for hot sec.
What was your experience like in South London?
It was really nice.
What? I didn't say nothing.
I actually love North, Sorry, I love South. Sorry, I really like South. For a long time, it took me a long time to realize that South isn't horrible.
Yeah.
Because there are so many conspiracies. No, there are so many conspiracies. Like when you grew up in North London, all you ever hear is
my mom told me not to go to South London.
South is the best part of North London. The best part of London, sorry. I prefer South to North.
Yeah, I think South
is
sick.
South is the best.
South is sick.
South is the best. South is a nice place.
But then again, when I say South, I don't mean Southwest.
Yeah, South.
Apparently, South is massive. That sounds so stupid right now.
South is massive.
South Central, whatever that means, and East, not Southwest. I don't like Southwest, but yeah, South's the best part, man. South is the best. Like I had such a nice time in South. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I think creatively, South is kind of doing the best.
Yeah, they kind of pioneered like UK rap.
Not just
like
everything.
Back when,
if you think about it,
yeah,
all the sound,
grime as well.
I'm trying to think of South London grime artists. I'm trying to think.
Novelist.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, first. Yeah, sorry.
M.I.C. Who else? There's more.
Well, Dave, but he's more rap. I saw him.
Yeah.
Wednesday. He's sick.
There's so many people actually from South. South actually probably more. Yeah, South is sick. South has and even outside of grime, South has a lot of really, really like talented people.
Yeah,
like you look at flipping like as Ami Boys.
They're sick.
There's Peace, my G. There's flipping
Yeah, I like all of that.
I've got a question, bro. Are you gonna make a song with Peace?
I've got songs with Peace.
What now?
Yeah, I think I've done songs with Peace already.
Wait,
he's on. In fact, I can't say that. I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna regret. But I'm not gonna say it. But me and Peace have
got songs now.
There's a song that Peace is on, or a song of mine that Peace is on, but it's not in the function that you might expect. I'll just leave you to think about that. But yeah, there's you're probably It's a really it's not. I'm sure we got other songs that haven't been. We got songs that haven't been released and probably aren't gonna get released.
Yeah.
But then he's on a song of mine in a way that's a bit you would not really expect.
Okay.
Him to be.
All right.
Put yourself in that whole circle of like 12, AB, NTM.
Those are all my friends, so
I say like they're kind of making like really experimental music, mixing like grime, punk.
Yeah. I'm different. Well, I think all of us are different.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're the same, but I mean you're all that kind
but yeah, I guess because I like with NTN specifically, like I came up recording with them. That's how I met Peace, was through NTN. I met Ami Boys through Grey or Bad Side, and then I got introduced to a few other ones. But yeah, they're all experimenters, so I guess experimenters have to get put together, in a way. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I love what they're all doing. Even though like their sounds are quite different, they're all doing their thing. Yeah, like even like I've got so much praise for YS with Carney.
Yeah.
That tune,
because he really like, I heard it and I was like, okay, and I started to think about what this song is. This song is like the way that he seamlessly combined a trap persona with garage is amazing. It's actually amazing. There's no song like that. That's what I mean. Like when people start to understand
you can differently.
You can do something. You can do things that are different.
Yeah.
When you do things that are different,
it
can just be timeless. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but I think people are just afraid to to be a bit different. Yeah. Obviously, if you do that, then you put yourself out there a little bit more. Yeah. If you just make a bog standard track from top to bottom.
But do you want to be afraid, or do you want to be a household name?
But that's what some people are like. Some people generally are too afraid to take that extra step to go, from one place to another. So,
I personally think that the fear is obstructive in such an insidious way, because people could actually be doing their careers massive favors by just taking risks sonically.
Yeah,
you could because
no, but I get the thing is it sounds easy, but it's not as easy as you saying it, because it's like it's the same thing about saying like it's easy just to quit your 9 to 5 and just do what you want in it. But I guess the reason there's only a couple of people who become stars is because it's only like the minority that have like the confidence to kind of step out their comfort zone.
But that's the only boundary as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that is the only boundary.
It's not like a physical thing.
Yeah,
that's why I don't even think it's even a totally fair comparison, because you could just decide today that I've actually realised that I'm restricting myself too much, and I should actually be trying to do more. And you could just, excuse me, like with me, I remember when I had the thought of what the artist I wanted to be, because for a long time I was just riding for grime.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to be. I was just like grime. Yeah. Like obviously I'm still making my interpretation of grime, but I realized that if I'm gonna be following the rule book of what grime, other people's interpretation of grime is, I'm not gonna be doing myself any favors. So I realized that I needed to just experiment, because you can do. Listen, there's a reason why I'm getting attention now. It's because people are realizing that I'm
I say you're in the top 100 for
enemy.
Yeah. That's big, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Well done for that.
Thank you. Seriously, no, thank you.
But that kind of like answers to like what you're saying, innit? Like obviously you've made
I don't think I would have got there if I'd been taking risks.
Honestly, I don't think how many like grime artists that are on the come up.
Like you, Masterpiece, Lucy.
Yeah, that like from that I can remember.
Wait, say that again.
I think Masterpiece was on that list, and Lucy. She like a producer.
No, she was in Mixmag.
Mixmag, my bad. Yeah, but still like
me, Herms, 4K, Peace. Even though Peace would never say his grime. So he would never. After the way that grime tried to do him dirty with the Hell in the Cell.
Oh, see.
Because I remember people were mocking him so much, and then he bust from that. Yeah, and people will read him, so he will never. He remembers that.
Bro.
I don't know why I'm speaking on his behalf. But he will never. He's over it now.
Bro.
But and then I think Yizzy.
Yeah, Yizzy's cold.
And Yizzy was the only other one they mentioned, didn't it?
Yeah,
I think that was it.
And they took like a list of 100. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot,
Yeah.
It actually says a lot.
It does say a lot. It does. I have to remember that. And that's what I mean. When you people, when we're talking about experimenting, that's the benefit. That's what it can do for you.
Yeah.
When I decided I wanted to be like a Kate Bush character, or like a flipping like a Grace Jones.
Yeah.
That's when I realized that. I was like, and I realized that's the kind of artist I wanted to be, or like a Prince, someone that is so respected and people feel almost bad for not liking their music. I realized that's what I wanted to be, and not just like an MC that spits on grime.
Yeah.
That's
the same old.
It helped me. It helped me a lot. That's why when I tell people that's when I recommend the value of being fearless with like your sound. That's what it comes from a place of like, I want to help people. I want people to understand that it's not that hard,
But people take it like kind of in the wrong kind of way.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Sometimes, yeah.
But it doesn't need to be. It's not that deep, man. I just think that if like grime can recapture it, the way I'm gonna start wording it actually is that I'm gonna tell people, because you know how these guys like live and die for grime. I'm gonna say, if you really want to be grime, just remember that back in the day, that this like experimenting was grime.
Yeah.
So really, if you end up having like a harsh noise project with like a synth, and you're on a stage like screaming into a mic with your top off, that's grime.
Still grime.
That you can trick these people into think anything is grime. As long as you're pushing the boundaries, anything is grime. Yeah.
Because even people have that same argument with Stormzy, like, is he grime, is he R&B, is he hip hop? But like,
Wait, Stormzy has a book.
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Wait, Stormzy R&B.
Yeah, because he made that gospel song, so everyone decided he's not grime anymore.
Yeah, but it's like he's saying if he's on a track, it's grime. He's bringing that spirit through. Like, I don't know if that's what you're trying to say. It's
kinda, yeah. I know. Yeah. For me, personally, I can't speak for Stormzy, but for me personally, it's like I'll take like the core elements of what grime is and just warp them. So operate around like get like the tempo and maybe slow it down or speed it up. Like my default tempo with Secundus is like 146.
That's weird.
146
is
usually
what? Yeah, it's usually like 140.
140 is a rubbish tempo. I'll tell you that now. 140 is not fun to spit on. 146, a little bit faster, or a little bit slower than that.
Yeah,
like me and Piki did a song that we took off the internet for a little bit. It's gonna come back one day. I'm not gonna say the name of it. It's like it's a grime trap, but it's like 125.
Oh man.
Like you can just warp these things.
It's almost like house.
Yeah, it's basically like house tempos.
You can warp anything you want. You can warp it. There are no rules. It's not sport. People, the moment that people stop treating music like a sport is when they do better.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay, definitely.
So I wanted to get into like, what do you have planned for? Because we're at the start of 2019. So what are like your hopes and goals for the rest of the year?
Exclusives are allowed.
I would love to because I like talking. So let me talk. How long do we have left?
We're just wrapping up.
Okay. So I'm working on an album.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name is. I do know what the name is, but I'm not saying right now. I can't give. It's too early to give exclusives. But the names exist somewhere on the internet. I've said the name on a few times, but I'm not saying the name officially anywhere for a while.
Link in the bio.
Joking. It's the album is coming. It's pretty much, aside from maybe 2 songs produced by Secundus and Piki Bracco. That's it.
Okay.
I don't believe in getting the whole family to produce a whole every Tom, Dick and Harry on an album.
I got John.
It should be
Steven as well.
Forget it. My 2
Bob.
guys, Secundus, Piki Bracco. That is it.
Yeah.
That is it. There's too many. Anymore, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. I want to have a contingent sound. So I'm working on that at the moment. I want to finally release a few videos. I want to be trying to make sure I look after my behavior, making sure I'm acting right and getting people around me to act right as well. You know, as I mentioned earlier, last year was a culling season.
Yeah.
People were actually starting to get corned for like their irresponsibility. I want to just keep doing good.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, the album is coming. Probably on a date.
I said on
a date.
It will exist.
Can you give us a month or something?
It's a month
or season.
It's a month. No. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you. In fact, I'll give this an exclusive. It's on a month that has a consonant as the first letter.
Bro,
viewers out there, work that out for us.
I swear, I'll give you £1.
Wait,
September.
March. Nah, I don't know.
August. Don't know.
No, that's a
vowel.
What? Oh, you said consonant. Alright, bro.
Consonant.
I'm alright still. I'm alright.
So it's a month that has a consonant as the first letter. It's a month.
I feel like I'm playing Countdown.
I swear.
No, a lot. This I feel like the lady. I can't remember her name.
Carol Vorderman.
No,
it's M.I.C. the Vorderman. M.I. Vorderman. Yeah, and it's a month. It's a month that is not okay. I will tell you this. It's a month. This is the most exclusive that anyone's gonna get for a while.
Wow.
It's a month that's not very cold.
So it's gonna be
specifically very cold.
I feel like it's autumn.
Nigga, you got summer as well. Alright, cool. We're gonna work this out, and we're gonna come back.
From January, we're in until the end. To the end of the year, and it's a month that's not very cold.
Oh, or like March, April times.
I don't know.
Hey, can you help us out, Jeff?
You know what? That's what I'm thinking.
September.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I think it's September still.
I didn't say anything.
I think it's September.
We'll see.
It could be. It probably isn't. But we can pretend. It's September. It's September. Okay, it's any month. It's January. Who knows when it is?
We'll see.
We'll see. We will definitely see.
No, we're looking forward to that.
No, definitely,
man.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very much looking forward for people to hearing it. I wanted this to be the album that, like, I wasn't joking about the Kate Bush thing. That's the only artist I could ever see myself truly being like.
I said Kate
Bush. I want to be exactly like her. I want to be like the way that people listen to her projects and they can't. There's no filler. Every song is perfect. Every song is like songs go in different directions. They experiment. There's no. They almost feel like genre amorphous. That's how I want to treat this album.
Okay.
And that's why when people listen to it, I want them to just feel like this is beautiful. This is perfect.
No, definitely. Like, excited, man. Okay, actually excited to hear it still.
But yeah, coming out 2019 on a month that starts with a consonant and is not very, very cold.
Yeah, word that out, guys. But yeah, like, I really appreciate you coming on the show. First guest, man.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Finally done it. But like, hopefully you have
a
sick year. Keep working.
Thank you very much. And keep doing this.
Yeah, safe.
I think people should be talking. Get as many different kinds of guests as possible. You know,
that's what I'm trying to do.
Let's get a scientist next, isn't it?
That'd be good. What
do you say? Get scientists next,
and it would be good to like get you back on as well. Like,
I would love. I think what you should do if you get me back with like another MC.
Okay,
or like a producer, or someone, excuse me, that might even have like an ideology opposed to mine.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, sick.
You know, I would like that. You know.
Yeah, if you're down there, we could do that, definitely.
No Tory kind of people, though. I mean, like, just musically. Like, I'm not trying to be debating with someone from UKIP.
This one racist.
Or that MC that flipping was a Fed. You don't remember this?
He was a Fed.
The MC that was a Fed.
Oh, Rick Ross.
No, the Grime MC that was going on mode.
Oh, that was a Fed. I can't remember his name. I know you were talking about. Yeah, he was a Fed.
Yeah.
He's actually a police officer. Yeah, man.
Mad. Yeah.
He was going on doing sets and everything. Yeah, like an MC. Yeah. He's a Fed. Like a police. To be fair, I don't knock the guy in it. The guy just doing his day job and wants to bar at night. Like, leave him.
ACAB.
Just on the bar at night.
ACAB.
What are you really rapping about though if you're a Fed? Because that means you're lying.
Marginalising black people.
Big man thing.
And he was white as well.
Oh yeah.
Which just makes it even worse. He was a white Fed.
Wait, so what's his name?
I can't remember his name, but he was
he just got cancelled.
He would have got cancelled.
That was one of the few times that Gramsci actually cancelled someone, because you know how they
can't cancel.
They cancel people for being like queer or whatever.
Yeah,
that's like the truly unjust things. But this is the one time that Graham actually cancelled someone and it actually made sense. He's good. No, that was what's he gonna bring up now about like flipping like oppressing people?
I swear, bro. Anyway, I think someone just walked in still.
Yeah,
I think we're done now. Safe, bro, again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me talk nonsense.
Safe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Safe.